Everybody, hello. My name is Brennen.
I thought my name was Brennen.
That was odd. Just go.
Oh. Well, in that case, I don't know who I am. Just call me Bob Marley. Okay, fine. Call me Anthony.
Okay, and we have our correspondent here with us today, and her name is
Kadisha.
Okay, and thank you for watching us on our YouTube channel at Advocacy Unscripted. You can find us on our website at livefreeadvocacy.org, our podcast at Advocacy Talks, Facebook and Instagram once again at Live Free Advocacy. That is Facebook and Instagram at Live Free Advocacy. Okay, so today we're talking a little bit about what do you think the topic is about today?
We're talking about the weather. And speaking of the weather, our co-host Kadisha has recently found out about the weather. Can you explain to us how the weather is today?
Yes, it's really, really ugly outside, guys.
It is?
Yeah, it's really ugly.
Oh,
I heard
wow.
it's going to be ugly all this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, there go my plans to play football.
Right, exactly. My day to spend all day nothing. Wow, that weather was really bad. Did you see that weather? The weather was horrible.
I can still feel my goosebumps even in this thermal Under Armour.
Right, exactly. It's so cold. So really, the weather was that bad out there?
I told you guys it was going to be bad all week.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Gosh, no, that's insane.
I hope you guys didn't make any plans of doing anything outside, because, yeah, they just went out the window.
Yeah, that is horrible. That's crazy. So, now we are, thank you, Kadisha, for that weather update. We
No
appreciate
problem.
it. Now we are going to get on to some interview questions.
Okay, then. Now we would like to bring our very own guest that we picked out, and our first guest is going to be none other than Demetrius Smith. So thank you, Diesel, for being a part of our show. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Traffic was bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's pretty bad always. I mean, really, it's always bad.
When isn't there traffic?
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly. So, we do have a few questions, very simple. Our whole reason why we're doing interviews today is for the reason why.
like we said earlier, for people who have public transportation, i.e. the buses and all that stuff, and we have bad weather and stuff, so we're just going to be asking you a lot of the questions that have to do with public transportation in bad weather conditions, and we'd like for you to answer them in your honest opinion.
Okay, so the first question is, when in bad weather, is it uncomfortable waiting for the bus outside?
Absolutely.
Okay, now why do you think it would be uncomfortable waiting for the bus outside when it's raining like a sprinkle or a little bit of a heavy rain?
Easy, because when it's flooded outside,
Mm-hmm.
it's really hard for the buses to stop at the stop,
Mhm.
because a lot of the times when they get close enough to the curb, if you're not paying attention, yeah, you get soaked in wet.
Wow, that's... Yeah, because I've had that experience as well. How do you guys... Have you ever had that experience as
Yes,
well?
I have. I had water splashed on me by a bus.
Right, that's not
Yes.
comfortable, right?
It-
Being-
At
you know,
all.
one almost got me on my good hair day. I just had it done.
Yeah, so that's pretty bad as well. I mean, I think we can all agree that it's pretty bad. Another question is, what would you do if you were in bad weather and the buses did not run? So if you had to go somewhere else, like to your job or something, because you do work, right? So you work.
Correct. I
part-time.
work at Denny's.
Okay, so
Okay.
because of that, and the buses did not run, and it was raining outside, what would your different way of getting to work be?
I would take my bike, or I'll have my mom give me a ride.
Okay. Now, does that give any problems sometimes? If that were to happen, would you think that would give you some problems with having that issue with it being bad weather and having to try to find a different way to work?
Not at all.
Oh, wow. Okay. I think it would. For me, I think it would be a little bit.
It would be
Yeah,
funny too.
it's
I
very
probably
difficult.
wouldn't.
Okay, I
Okay.
got one. When being picked up, does the bus pick you up next to your house or further away from your house? So like you said, you work or you go home and stuff. When you're catching a bus, does it pick you up exactly in front of your house, or do you have to like walk to a specific distance to the bus stop?
I would have to walk to the next bus stop, and it's quite a bit of a walk.
So is it like a block and a half away, or is it like, for some buses they're either like across the street or they're like further down?
A block and a half away.
Okay then.
Oh wow! So in in bad weather, does that make it a little bit more difficult to be able to walk to that bus stop from where you live?
No, because I love the rain.
Really? Oh, okay. So the next question will be:
If you are waiting in the rain for the bus outside, did you write this right?
what? This one. Yeah.
What weather affects the bus system more? Like, for example, like heavy rain or high winds or like dense fog to where the buses have like a hard time seeing. What do you think, in your opinion, has a hard time affects the bus drivers more?
I'll say the fog and then the rain.
So why do you think that would be, based on your own opinion? Why do you think that would have such a bad problem for the bus drivers?
Because a lot of the drivers would like to be careful, and some of the drivers really don't care, and they drive like it's nothing.
Oh yeah.
Now when you're waiting for the bus, when you're waiting at the bus stop, do they typically have like a time to see you, or like, say like if you're at the bus stop, right, and there's like a light and it's really foggy, they start driving off. Do you think that they're going to be able to see you in time to actually pick you up, or would they just roll on by until they see you like back there and they can't really stop?
Well, if you wear bright colors, they can see you. Or if it's dark outside, they recommend you to have like a flashlight, or if you're on your phone, have your phone in a spotlight.
Okay, so I believe those are all the questions that we have, Demetrius. Do you have any questions for us?
Not at this time.
Okay,
Yeah,
then.
thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, everybody. Now we are moving on with our next guest, and our next guest is David.
Green.
David
That's
Green.
me.
Sorry.
That's me,
Yes.
guys.
Yes. Okay. So everybody. So David Green, I have a few questions for you, buddy. Okay. Okay. So our questions are for when you're in the rain. Okay. And you're waiting. So you're waiting, and it is bad weather. Do you feel comfortable waiting outside?
No, I don't feel comfortable. If I didn't, or I did, I can get really sick, and I don't want that, because then my mom said I need to wear a jacket. That's what she told me to do.
Okay, that's good. So you wait outside with a jacket and an umbrella, so it's not really uncomfortable for you?
It is.
Oh, it is still. Okay. So, what would you do if you were in bad weather and you couldn't, and the bus didn't run? If you were to take the bus, but do you take the bus?
Not exactly. I only take my ride home in the car.
Oh, okay. So if you couldn't, if your parents didn't come pick you up and it was bad weather outside, what would you do to get home?
I would use a taxi.
Oh, you would? Okay.
David, also, you know that some taxi rides cost money. Would you be able to pay for some taxi rides like Uber and stuff like that?
I should if I have enough money.
Alright, that's good.
Okay.
When being picked up, would the bus be able to pick you up by your house, or do you know if there's a bus stop close to you or no?
I don't know if there's a bus stop. I think there is one, but I'm not sure.
It probably might be a little bit far away.
Are there buses that go by where you live?
Yes,
Okay, so the bus stop might be maybe a block or two away?
I think.
Think so? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so the next question, Anthony here is going to ask you, and then that'll be good.
Okay, David. So what I'm going to ask you is, what weather do you think affects the bus system more? Heavy rain, high winds, or dense fog?
I think both heavy rain and dense fog.
Now, do you have an idea though why it would be harder for the buses to get to drive around?
If it did drive around, it can cause a collision or an accident.
Okay. So yeah, that's
We're not just speaking about buses in general. We're also talking about for cars too. Like you said, your mom takes you to and from. Do you think it would be harder for her to see in heavy rain or dense fog?
No, she would make the car warm if she has enough space.
so it would not be a problem.
No, it will not be.
Okay. So we thank you for being a part of our video today. So we thank you.
Thank you, David,
My
for being
pleasure,
part of the show.
Brandon and Anthony. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, David.
Have a
Bye-bye.
nice day.
Thank you, David Green, for being a part of our show. Now we would like to move on to our next guest that we have on the show, and he also has the same name but a different last name. We would like to welcome David Pizzo. Thank you, David Pizzo, for coming on the show. How are you doing?
Good.
Okay, so we're going to ask you a few questions like we asked the others, basically about bus transportation, difficulties that it may have
With bad weather.
in bad weather. So Brennan's going to ask you a few of the questions, and we're just asking for honest opinions.
So what in bad weather, is it uncomfortable waiting for the bus outside?
Sometimes, yeah.
So why do you think that may be though? Is it so why do you think so?
Mostly getting soaked.
Yeah. So is there not really a cover or a big enough cover to be safely under when it's raining or whatnot?
Yeah.
Or do you see that sometimes a lot of them don't have covers for them?
Yeah, sometimes they don't really have covers at all.
So basically the bus stop is just like in open spots where you're basically like, there's no cover for you when it rains or when
Yeah.
there's like a puddle that's next to the street.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So it's pretty difficult then, pretty much to say.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, that's pretty bad. So what would you do if you were in a situation where it was bad weather and the buses did not run? Do you have any other way to get to work or to program if the buses weren't running on bad weather?
Yes, my dad would probably drop me off.
Okay. So would that be a bit of a difficult time though?
No.
No. Okay. If it was heavy rain, I don't. Anthony will go ahead and ask this question to you.
Okay, so what weather do you think affects bus riders or people riding in cars the most? Heavy rain, high winds, or dense fog, or all of the above?
Mostly all the above.
Now, why would you think that though?
Because mostly the wind could almost make it worry,
Mm-hmm.
and mostly the fog we really can't see. Most of in the hard rain also can't see.
Yeah. So if you were outside and say maybe dense fog or just really bad fog, and you were waiting by your bus stop, would it be harder for the bus to see you in that fog?
Sometimes.
So what would you recommend people to do if it was say bad fog or something? What would you recommend people to do safely?
Wear like lighting colors so the bus driver can see.
Oh, that'd be interesting because I think that's a really good safety idea. Do you think so?
Yes, wear bright clothes will definitely make you more visible in dense fog.
So would you also agree with that, Kadisha, as well?
Yeah, it's smart.
Yeah, that's
because
good.
especially highlighted colors.
Mm-hmm.
And Kadisha, do you mind asking him a question too?
Yeah. When being picked up, does the bus pick you up next to your stop or a block down?
It actually picks me up at the right spot.
Oh wow.
Oh, really? So it picks you up really close to where you live then?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So that's pretty much the questions we have. We thank you for being a part of our video today. And we thank you and we appreciate you for being on our video.
Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
See you, David.
See ya.
Okay, so we should have our last speaker here. Do you know where he is? It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, he should have been here 5 minutes ago.
Right.
I told him to be
Hey
here.
guys, I'm right here.
Wait,
Oh, wow, you're right there.
like, where'd
Okay.
you come from?
Right over here.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so now everybody, you remember this is,
This is Muhammad. If you've seen our last video, he was one of our guests for seating on airplanes and stuff like that. So it's really nice to have Mo back for another episode. Mo,
Thank-
we'd like to first thank you onto our show.
Thank you for inviting me back.
okay. Well, we have some questions here for you. These are due to bus transportation in bad weather. When in bad weather, is it uncomfortable for you to wait outside for the bus, or do you even wait outside for the bus?
Well, when it's raining or too cold, I just wait inside my house and have them give me a 5-minute call.
Okay. So do you, in regards to this, I guess further into the question is kind of another side question is, do you take public transportation or do you take curb to curb, if you don't mind me asking?
I take curb to curb.
So could you explain, just so that people can understand the difference of that, could you give a brief explanation of what that means?
Curb to curb, you have to call a week in advance to get a spot on the bus within, and you have to give at least a week in advance to get the ride.
So now referring back to the question, you said you would wait inside then for the bus? most
Yes.
likely, depending on the weather.
Yes.
Okay.
Will they like let you know that they're here, or do they just do you just like sit in your house until they do like a little honk of the horn? They're like, okay, we're here, Mo, come outside.
They give me a phone call when they're 5 minutes away to let me know that they're on their way.
Oh wow. Okay, that's good.
As
So-
a confirmation that I have a reservation.
Oh, okay. And so, what would you do if you were in bad weather and the buses didn't run? So if you had to report somewhere and that you weren't able to, so if you had an important doctor's appointment and say the bus didn't run that day, what would you do to be able to get to where you're going? Do you have an alternative way of getting to where you need to go?
My mom or my dad would take me wherever I need to go.
Okay.
Now let me give you like another explanation. Like, do your parents like leave after you catch your bus, or do they leave to work and then you're just sitting at the house waiting for the bus?
No, they leave after I leave.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And never mind. I was gonna bring another question.
Okay, so we'll just go ahead and ask this one anyway, but like we asked all the others, is when being picked up, is the bus really close to you, or is it pretty far? Like, do you have to go maybe down to the end of the block in bad weather, or does it pick you right up in front, depending like where you can get spotted?
It comes straight to my front door.
Oh wow!
Wow.
So that's pretty good. I mean, would you really think about that? I mean, that's
I
pretty
wish I
interesting.
can get picked up on my door.
Right? I mean, that's
We all
not
wish we
better,
could.
Right? Exactly. And so we have the last question here for you, Mom.
Okay.
This one's gonna be a new one. Do you think you are more likely to call in sick due to bad weather conditions?
No. If my job is more important than being not to call in sick just because of the weather.
Oh, okay. So, so that's very good. And so if it was bad weather and it was foggy, heavy rains, snow and whatnot, well, we don't really get snow, but I mean like heavy rain,
Heavy
fog,
winds.
and heavy winds. Do you think it would be harder for the bus driver to be able to pick you up on time?
Yes. When it's foggy, the bus is always maybe 5 to 10 minutes late.
Okay, then.
Wow.
And have you ever had a personal experience where a situation like this has happened to you, where a bus has picked you up and it was raining really hard or it was really foggy outside?
Yes, all the time.
Okay, then do you mind explaining it to us for a little?
Well, like this morning, it was kind of drizzling, and I was waiting inside my house for the bus.
So it was pretty. So they were running a little bit more behind because of
Yeah.
the weather then. Oh wow. So we thank you for being part of our video again, once again.
You're welcome.
We hope that you enjoyed being a part of it, like you were.
I am.
So that's good. And so thank you for being part of this, Bo. We appreciate you, and hopefully we'll be able to have you back soon.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Later, Mom.
All right.
See ya.
Thank you everybody for watching our video today. We greatly appreciate it. You can find us at our
We need to thank our guests first.
yes. We want to really do thank our guests though for being part of our thing today, our video, and we had quite a few today, didn't we? Haven't we?
Yes, they were all very interactive, and they gave us their opinions. It was really nice to have some new faces on the show.
Definitely. And so we once again say thank you for watching our video today. We want to tell you to make sure you find us on our webpage at livefreeadvocacy.org. You can find us at our YouTube channel. If you're watching it from the website, you can find us on our YouTube channel at Advocacy Unscripted, or at our podcast at
Advocacy Talks.
Advocacy Talks.
As well as our Facebook and Instagram, which is the same thing, Live Free Advocacy. So remember, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and remember to have a great day. And Brennen, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Well, I think I'm pretty good. I think Kadisha has something to add though.
Please send any comments or anything you guys want to say to us. We will read them. We will read them. We really will.
Yeah. So once again, we do like to say thank you for being part of our whole. Whether you're watching us from the website or you're watching us from YouTube, please do those things that you do. Like the page, follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
We're 4 months in, and we're already got 40 more subscribers.
Yeah, so we're trying to build this to be more educational towards people, to reach this out. We're, like I said, we're not really, we're profiting to make it more for everybody else to learn and grow and learn about advocacy. So that's what our priority is here, is to get advocacy out to everybody else. So, and whatever advocacy is. So thank you, and hope you join us for next week's video. Bye,
Peace.
everybody.
Bye.
Peace.